My name is Dr. Aaron LeBauer with LeBauer Physical Therapy here in Greensboro, North Carolina.
And I'm Dr. Nielsen with Kaizen Physical Therapy in Durham, North Carolina. And today we want to talk about, have you been diagnosed with a torn meniscus in your knee and told the next step is possibly surgery or an injection?
Yeah, because a lot of people have a torn meniscus. I'm like, yes, it's probably a torn meniscus. And they need surgery next. You know what? There are a lot of things you can do besides getting surgery that will give you the same result. You know what? Surgery isn't always the panacea. It's not always the quick fix or the blue pill that people want it to be. Things take work and things take time. So let me tell you something real quick. You may have a torn meniscus. Great. The pain in your knee may not be coming from the torn meniscus. There's so many other areas where pain comes from that you deserve to have a full body diagnostic workup to tell you, is it really your hip, your ankle, or you know what, you need knee surgery. The very few times when people actually need knee surgery are when it keeps them from going to the bathroom after they've tried lots of physical therapy and chiropractic and who knows everything else, or if you've had a direct injury or trauma, kind of like what might happen in a football game, or if Nancy Kerrigan, she got hit with a bully stick, before the Olympics. Like, if you have a traumatic knee injury, sometimes you're probably gonna need some knee surgery. If you have knee pain that develops overnight or over the course of a few weeks or months, then likelihood there's other answers. So, Dr. Nielsen, what might really be going on?
Well, the other thing I want to talk about a little bit is traditionally, if a torn meniscus is the cause of the knee pain, you should hear some sort of clicking.
Right.
But that doesn't also mean that the clicking is the cause of the meniscus. I know that's confusing. But I had a patient just the other week who had been diagnosed with a torn meniscus, and he said that he was having knee clicking. I said, okay, well, let me see if I can help you. Within one visit, I was able to take his pain away by releasing a muscle that was around the knee. Now, that's not to say that he's not going to need surgery down the line, but we're still working together to see if we can resolve this fully. So that's the other thing is you need to look at, like Dr. LeBauer said, we need to look at everything, because a lot of times the area of pain is just the area that's overworked because somewhere else isn't working the way it should. And this happens everywhere, not just the knee. Like Dr. LeBauer said, sometimes the ankle's not working like it should. Sometimes the hip's not working like it should. Sometimes your stability isn't where it needs to be. And so what happens is it puts more load on that knee. And so the only way we truly know if the torn meniscus is the cause of pain is if you had an x-ray or if you had an MRI 6 months ago and there wasn't a tear, and then you come and get the MRI now and all of a sudden we see a tear. Then we're confident that the tear is more than likely the cause of pain, but it's also if there was a traumatic event. If there wasn't a traumatic event and all of a sudden your knee pain started coming on over the course of a couple months, then you go get the MRI and you have a torn meniscus, it's probably not the cause of your pain.
Right. And let's say you do have a torn meniscus. What can you do about it? Well, you know what? I don't know that I had a torn meniscus, but I can tell you what, a few years ago, I had an issue where I couldn't bend my knee all the way after I can't remember what I was doing. I was just working out, doing some lifts and walking, and it just didn't feel right. Well, I worked on it. I worked on my hips, my legs, realized that it was my ankle that was a problem, and over time, it moves all the way it should. If I had gone to an orthopedic surgeon and gotten an MRI, they would have said, oh, you've got a torn meniscus probably, and let's do some knee surgery. You know what? Surgery is not routine for anyone except the person operating on you and the whole team there. So yes, sometimes it's important. But when you have a torn meniscus, it doesn't mean surgery. It doesn't mean you need an injection. It doesn't even mean that you just need to go do some exercises. What you need is someone to look through your body top to bottom and see, is your knee the thing that's just causing the alarm to go off? And what's the real cause? Is it your ankle? Is it your hip? Is it your core stability? Is there something else going on in your body that's contributing to why you have a torn meniscus? And I use air quotes because people have torn meniscus without pain. So you want to know, like, what's the real cause? Not just what's the symptom. Can we give an injection and change the way it feels? Maybe. Sometimes injections work, sometimes they don't. If they're not working, it's either the inflammation's not the problem or the problem is somewhere else. It's just that your knee or the painful body part is the place that's signaling you that you have to do something or things won't change.
And here's the thing, we make this video because we want to save people from unnecessary surgery. Because Dr. LeBauer and myself have seen people that they go in, they've been diagnosed with a torn meniscus, told that they need surgery, they get the surgery, and then they still have pain.
Right.
So we want to get the healthcare system to flip that script and say, okay, we need to get you into physical therapy, somebody that knows how to look at how you move, even though you've been diagnosed with a torn meniscus. If that fails, then possibly, yes, let's think about surgery. But let's not jump to surgery first or an injection. Let's get you some help with somebody that knows how to look at movement. And then we can take further steps if that's necessary.
Right. So if you've been struggling with knee pain, arthritis, meniscus, or like an IT band syndrome or something else where your knee is telling you that something's not doing what it's supposed to be doing, where it's irritated, where it's painful, it's swollen, it hurts, it's keeping you from doing things, you know what? I guarantee you we will be able to help you in some way possible that's more conservative than surgeries and injections and can help you longer term and give you the tools to help yourself at home with our guidance. So what are you going to do next? Well, if this sounds like you and you want to avoid more injections, medications, and surgery and would rather be out running, jumping, squatting, walking, lifting, playing with your kids, then click the button below. Let's get on the phone. We'll talk about what's going on. We'll give you a few options, and maybe if we feel like it's a good fit, we'll invite you in for one of our total body diagnostic exams where we'll be able to see exactly what's going on and give you an idea of how long this is going to take to get you back to what you'd rather be doing.